Kimberlite Pipe completing the line. Even Money Badge of Silver. They're all set. Prince Alfie Restless, he's the grey. Racing. Badge of Silver is away beautifully. Likewise, Peace Rules. Towards the inside, Funny Cide's going up for a share of the lead. Defrare's Vixen poking up in the white cap. Calf Wayne in the green and white stripes about 3 lengths off the early lead. Badge of Silver trapped a little bit wide. He's a joint third out of the stretch. Lone Star Sky midfield on the fence from Prince Alfie. Commander's Affair, Go Halo. And Winning Fans is last. The Derby field covered by 10 lengths. And Funny Cide with the advantage of the inside today. Leads around the first turn and he's clear into the back stretch by 2. Peace Rules is sitting second, followed by Defrare's Vixen. Badge of Silver is fourth. A length and a half to Calf Wayne outside Lone Star Sky from Prince Alfie. Winning Fans, Go Halo. And last is Commander's Affair. It's Funny Cide dictating the tempo at the half mile. A length and 3/4 currently in his favour over Peace Rules and Badge of Silver looming closer. Peace Rules now going up almost on terms with Funny Cide. And 3/4 to Badge of Silver, third and 3 wide. 2 lengths to Calf Wayne, who joins and passes Defrare's Vixen. They're followed clear by Winning Fans and Lone Star Sky, Prince Alfie, Commander's Affair, and last of all, Go Halo. Badge of Silver let loose 3 wide. At the 5/16, it's Badge of Silver now the leader. About a neck from Peace Rules as they turn for home. Funny Cide hoisting the white flag. Calf Wayne's under the whip and the white blinkers on the outside. Defrare's Vixen is next. 3/16 left to go. Badge of Silver. Peace Rules on the insides fighting back. Peace Rules regaining the lead. Peace Rules kicks away from Badge of Silver. Calf Wayne on the outside into second spot. It's Peace Rules at the 16th pole by a length and a half to Calf Wayne. Lone Star Sky running down the outside at a rapid rate, but Peace Rules wins the Louisiana Derby from Calf Wayne. Funny Cide was third and Lone Star Sky finished fourth.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Empire Maker breaks alertly, but so too did New York Hero. And New York Hero came very wide. And a squeeze play on behind the horses and behind. Funny Cide had to take back, and the worst of it all went to Kiss and Saint. But it's New York Hero who's now back on the rail. And he will be the early leader in the Wood Memorial. But Funny Cide is going to take it to him now. And Empire Maker gets a good spot early. He's only 3.5 lengths from front-running New York Hero. Sky Soldier is fourth toward the inside after a solid quarter of 23 2/5 seconds. A break of 3 back to Kiss and Saint, now running in 5th position. 2 lengths back to Senior Swinger, followed by Spike the Devil. It's another 5 or 6 lengths back to Indie Dancer. Indie Dancer is at least a dozen lengths from the leader. The leader is uncontested New York Hero. Funny Cide in behind second, and Jerry Bailey looms with Empire Maker. They're in the clear and in perfect striking position with 4.5 furlongs remaining. The half was 47 1/5 seconds. Sky Soldier asked for a bit more in 4th position. Kiss and Saint is 5th, relatively unhurried with less than a half mile to go. Senior Swinger well behind Spite the Devil, and Indie Dancer is last of them all. John Velasquez trying to motivate him. No impact yet. 3 furlongs remaining. New York Heroes trying to do it all the way on the lead. Funny Cide is put to a drive. Empire Maker looms large on the outside as the field turns for home. Senior Swinger's beginning to pick it up, and he's now 4th in the far outside. New York Hero throws in the towel. Funny Cide head-to-head with Empire Maker for the final furlong of the wood. It is Empire Maker in front, still hand-ridden there by Jerry Bailey. Empire Maker is the leader. Funny Cide running second. And then farther back, Kiss and Saint coming through on the inside of New York Hero. Down to the finish, Empire Maker, just a little nudge at the line to hold off the late challenge from Funny Cide. But Empire Maker does it, gets the job done, winning by a long neck over Funny Cide. Farther back, Kiss and Saint was third.
And here are the 16 horses for the 129th running of the Kentucky Derby. Number 1, Super Blitz, 0 for 5 this year, ridden by Rosemary Homeister Jr., only the 5th lady jockey in the Kentucky Derby. None have ever won. The junior to differentiate between her mother, who's a trainer in Florida. Number 2, Brancusi, an international tint here. Michael Tabor's an Englishman, the owner. Patrick Biancone and Tony Farina, transplanted Frenchman, second in the Bluegrass Stakes, his last start. 3, Sir Cherokee, scratched. Number 4, that's what I'm talking about. A huge horse with a mean streak. In fact, trainer Ron Ellis has the bites to prove it. Blinkers on for this race. 4th in the Santa Anita Derby, and a bit of a disappointment in that race. The 5 horses, Peace Rules. Bobby Frankel's, quote, other horse. He's the richest in the race, $1,124,000, but millionaires coming into the Derby are 0 for 18, but he's won 4 in a row, including the Bluegrass. The 6 horses, Funny Cide, trying to become the first gelding since Clyde Van Dusen in 1929 to win the Derby. They're 0 for 74 since. It would also be the first New York bred to win, second to Empire Maker in the Wood Memorial. The 7 horse, Awfully Wild, battled a lung infection, was off from February to April, then ran 3rd in the Bluegrass. 42 years T.D. Smith has been training. This is his first Derby horse. The 8 is Buddy Gill, Idaho connection here, though he was bred in Kentucky, raised on a farm in Idaho. Owner, trainer, jockey, all with Idaho connections. He's won 3 in a row, including the Santa Anita Derby. The 9 horse is Indian Express, trained by Bob Baffert, the one that began his career in Panama and the only Utah bred ever in the Kentucky Derby. Baffert calls him his Panamanian Ute, a sensational second in the Santa Anita Derby. The 10 horse Lone Star Sky, 0 for 4 this year. The only horse from last year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile to make it to the Kentucky Derby in 2003. 11 Domestic Dispute was just recently sold and then taken from Bob Baffert and given to Patrick Gallagher to train, and then put in the Kentucky Derby, 3rd in the Lexington in his last start. The 12 horse is Empire Maker from the Broodmare of the Year, Toussaint, owned by the Juddmonte Farm. She lives in a double-wide stall, air-conditioned and heated at the farm just outside Lexington, Kentucky, with her companion goat. She is the best mare in the country, without a doubt, since the blinkers on, 2 for 2. 13 is Eye of the Tiger, second in the Lexington, his last start, behind Scrimshaw. Abe Arcoa, who is the leading jockey at Gulfstream, just completed is the rider. 14 is 10 Cents a Shine. That's what owner Ken Ramsey did growing up on the weekends in eastern Kentucky. Wayne Lucas is the trainer, Calvin Burrell the jockey on this long shot. The 15 horse is Outta Here, who made the trip to Dubai. There's Outta Here, made the trip to Dubai to run in the UAE Derby. He's the only horse in the field that has been the Derby distance of 1.25 miles. He was 4th in the UAE Derby. The 16 is 10 Most Wanted. A lot of play this week. He's been the buzz horse around here. Pat Day is in the saddle. Wally DeLassy said his lucky number is 3. This is his 3rd Derby horse. It's May 3rd. This horse won the Illinois Derby, the same race that produced last year's winner, War Emblem. And Scrimshaw, trained by Wayne Lucas. He is his record 41st Derby entrant. He had this same pattern for Scrimshaw that he had for Charismatic, who won the Derby in 9th starter.
Scrimshaw for trainer D. Wayne Lucas in the Run for the Roses. They are in the gate. And they're off in the Kentucky Derby. Scrimshaw breaking on the far outside. Peace Rules. Brancusi is also right there. For the outside, Eye of the Tiger. Indian Express got caught in behind horses in the early going as they move by us for the first time. And it is Brancusi in front. Peace Rules now moves to second. Eye of the Tiger is third. Funny Cide for the inside is racing fourth. Scrimshaw 5 wide into the first in fifth. And Indian Express in a world of trouble, strangled in behind horses. Indian Express, a very tough time of it in the early stages here. Domestic Dispute is winning 7th and between horses. Jerry Bailey has Empire Maker 8th and on the outside. Super Blitz is 9th. Awfully Wild is 10th. Then it's 10 Most Wanted, 3 ride on the back of the pack. He's 11th on the outside. That's what I'm talking about, is now running in 12th. Buddy Gill way near the back of the pack. And then it's Outta Here. Lone Star Sky and 10 Cents to Shine trails the field. The half went in a grueling 46 1/5 seconds. Peace Rule and Brancusi head-to-head with 5 furlongs to go here. Funny Cide is called on for run as they approach the half-mile pole. Eye of the Tiger 4th and toiling on the outside. Then it's Domestic Dispute, who slips through in between horses. Scrimshaw in with the chance. He's only 5 lengths from the lead. Jerry Bailey is now launching his bid with Empire Maker. And there they go. They're moving on the outside. 6th a moment ago. And now they're 5th on the outside with 3 furlongs to go. They've run 3/4 in 1:10 and 1. They're approaching the top of the stretch. Funny Cide to the neck of Peace Rules. Empire Maker charging hard. A sustained rally for him on the far outside as he turns for home. Eye of the Tiger. Brancusi is spent. Domestic dispute is in between horses. Scrimshaw is calling. Awfully wild there on the outside. They're coming down to the final furlong. And the gutsy gelding Funny Cide has a narrow lead. Bobby Frankel's Derby duo. Peace Rules to his inside. Empire Maker is giving it all. Funny Cide trying to pull up the upset here. 12-1 coming down to the line. And the gutsy gelding Funny Cide has won the 129th Kentucky Derby with jockey Jose Santos aboard, and it was dead tight for second between Frankel's horses, Peace Rules and Empire Maker. That's what I'm talking about. Put in a belated run to be third. They ran a mile there in 1:35 and
He turned the tables.
I think the distance was only helping him, you know. Last time was a man and 8, and he was making a strong effort to catch the other horse. But I guess people don't believe in this horse, you know. He's a gelding, and he's a New York bred. And we coming with the Kentucky Derby trophy back to New York, back home.
How do you think he's going to feel about a mile and 3/16 in 3 weeks?
I think he have a great trainer, and he have a great program with him, and I think the distance, mile and 3/16, going to feel even better.
Congratulations.
And here are the horses for the 128th running of the Preakness Stakes. Scrimshaw, half of the entry. Bob and Beverly Lewis owned. Gary Stevens replaces Cornelia Velasquez aboard Scrimshaw, who was 11th in the Derby, but only his first race since April. He may have needed that race. Wayne Lucas looks for better things today. 1A is Senior Swinger. Only 2 Preakness winners in the last 20 years did not run in the Kentucky Derby. Senior Swinger ran the day before the Derby, Oaks Day, on the turf, winning the Crown Royal American Turf Race by 2.5 lengths under Pat Day. He was beaten in the Wood Memorial and Florida Derby on the dirt before that. Pat Day aboard, and Bob Baffert is the trainer. The 2 horses, Cherokee's Boy, locally owned, Maryland bred, trained by Gary Capuano, a local trainer, and Ryan Fogelsonger is in the saddle for his first Preakness ride. Cherokee's Boy is actually in post position 1 because of the entry. Post positions don't correspond to the saddlecloth numbers. Cherokee's Boy, speed on the rail, always dangerous at Pimlico. 3-horse Fufa's Warrior, another Maryland bred. Last race on the turf against Senior Swinger was 3rd at Churchill Downs. Ramon Dominguez rides him for the first time. He's only raced 5 times prior to today. 4 is Kissin' Saint. He also only has 5 lifetime starts coming in. His first race away from Aqueduct, claimed in January for $50,000. 3rd behind Empire Maker and Funny Cide in the Wood Memorial. Lisa Lewis is the trainer. Richard Migliori in the saddle. 10 Cents to Shine is the 5-horse. Picks up Jerry Bailey as the jockey. He's been 8th, though, in his last 3 races, including the Kentucky Derby. Wayne Lucas, the trainer, has won the Preakness 5 different times. The 6-horse is Midway Road, looking for his first stakes win. His last race in April at Keeneland, an allowance race, he won it by nearly 12 lengths. Owned by Will Farish, the U.S. ambassador to Great Britain, who won the Preakness in '72 with BBB. And Neil Howard, the trainer, who won the only other Preakness he entered in was Summer Squall. Peace Rules is the 7, Bobby Frankel's horse. Edgar Prado won 14 riding titles here at Pimlico, but he's 0 for 6 in the Preakness. Peace Rules 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. The 8-horse New York Hero, named for the heroes of 9/11, but he's a Maryland bred. Trainer Jennifer Peterson, the first female trainer with 2 Preakness starters. She had Griffinite run 5th here in 2001, beaten in the Withers and Wood Memorial after winning the Lane's End at Turfway. And the 9-horse is Funny Cide. If you're wondering about his off-track form, remember, in the Wood Memorial, it was run on a muddy track, so the off-track, rated good at the moment, shouldn't bother him today. First Preakness for Barclay Tagg, the Sakatoga stable, Jose Santos in the saddle. And watching the post parade from their spot here in the grand
outside post positions, Peace Rules, of course, and Funny Cide to the favorites here. And right there between them will be breaking New York Hero, who's a pretty speedy horse out of the gate. In the gate, final horse moving in, Senior Swinger on the outside with Pat Day aboard, ready for the start of the 128th Preakness, and they're off. and Funny Cide brush with New York Hero coming out of the gate. Down toward the inside, Scrimshaw's there. Peace Rules broke alertly, and Peace Rules remains in the middle of the track as they move by us for the first time. And Peace Rules will be the early leader. And a very eager Funny Cide is outside to his inside. It's Scrimshaw as they race for the first turn here at Pimlico. And Cherokee's Boy pulls his way up into fourth position just inside the Derby winner. Then farther back, Kissin' Saint is now fifth on the inside. New York Hero racing sixth. And then it's Midway Road, who's back in seventh. 10 Cents a Shine and Fufa's Warrior are racing eighth and ninth, and those two about 8 or 9 lengths from the lead, and a break of another 5 to the stretch running Senior Swinger as the field races into the backstretch. Peace Rules, Funny Cide, 1-2. The opening quarter was 23 and 1/5 seconds, a legitimate half mile of 47 flat. So it is Peace Rules, Edgar Prado rationing out his speed, tracked purposefully by the Derby winner Funny Cide. Midway Road makes a move as they approach the far turn, and he's now third, coming through on the inside. Scrimshaw back to fourth. Cherokee's Boy fifth on the outside with the half mile remaining. Then farther back, it's Fufa's Warrior getting in gear on the outside of New York Hero. Then a break of another 3 back to 10 Cents a Shine. Senior Swinger is launching his bid with 3 furlongs to go, and Funny Cide now to the throat latch of Peace Rules, and the race is on as they approach the top of the stretch here at Pimlico. The field turns for home, and Funny Cide comes roaring off the turn with the lead. Funny Cide has repelled Peace Rules, and it's Scrimshaw on the outside, and he's now running in third. Midway Road is fourth toward the inside. They're in the final furlong now. Funny Cide and Jose Santos turning the Preakness into a runaway. A huge effort here. It is Funny Cide, and he's heading home back to Belmont. He's won the Preakness by almost 10 lengths. Back to Belmont. Funny Cide just pulled away from Peace Rules like he was standing still, and he won by a huge margin, and he won with something left. We haven't had a
match race, and Jose Santos and Edgar Prado had to play cat and mouse with each other. But as they came to the stretch, Jose Santos let Funny Cide have his way, and off he went. There's nothing more to say. He turns it into just a parade through the stretch.
Well, a lot of people picked him to win. I don't think anyone expected this absolute runaway. And the family, oh, how sweet it must be. Funny Cide hit the track as the New Yorkers root for one of their own. New York, New York, with a little special meaning this year as it escorted the horses onto the track. Here's the post parade. In fact, the post parade was first inaugurated for the Belmont Stakes back in 1880. Empire Maker, the #1 horse, trained by Bobby Frankel. He is perfect 1-for-1 over this Belmont Park racetrack, and a perfect 1-for-1 on an off track. Jerry Bailey in the saddle for the horse that was second 5 weeks ago in the Kentucky Derby. The 2-horse, the long shot supervisor, who's never won a stakes race. Linda Rice, the 6th female trainer to saddle a horse in the Belmont Stakes. His last race in the slop here at Belmont in the Peter Pan, he was third to Go Rockin' Robin. The 3 horses, Scrimshaw, trained by Wayne Lucas, who has 13 Triple Crown wins, as we continue to look at supervisor there. And there's Scrimshaw. Gary Stevens is in the saddle. Only Scrimshaw and Funny Cide made every dance, running in the Derby, Preakness, and now the Belmont Stakes. And again, Wayne Lucas with 13 Triple Crown wins to his credit. I don't need to tell you what the ovation was for as the name of Funny Cide was recited to the crowd here in the Saratoga stable colors, trained by Barclay Tagg. 3 for 3 over Belmont Park, and a first and a second in his 2 races on and off track. There's the 5-horse Dynaver. Edgar Prado won this race on Sarava, a 70-1 shot last year. Christophe Clement, born in Paris, is the trainer. Never run on an off track. Winner of the Lone Star Derby, the Aventura, and a maiden race in his last 3 starts. And the 6-horse, 10 Most Wanted. Pat Day is in the saddle. Wally DeLassy, the trainer, with his wife Cincy, his daughter Amy accompanying the horse. Like Empire Maker, a 5-week layoff since the Derby. He won the Illinois Derby before that. He finished 9th at Churchill Downs, bump coming out of the gate, displaced a vertebra, and visited a chiropractor to get realigned. 10 Most Wanted completes the field for the Belmont Stakes. And in the warm-up, all eyes on number 4, Funny Cide and Jose Santos. Can he do it? The fans think he can. He's the 4-5 favorite.
And completing the field of 6 is 10 Most Wanted with jockey Pat Day. They're in the gate and ready for the start. And they're off in the 135th Belmont Stakes. Empire Maker broke alertly. Scrimshaw right there, and Funny Cide off to a very sharp beginning. And those three scrimmaging for the lead as they move into the clubhouse turn. Dine Ever and 10 Most Wanted just in behind, running 4th and 5th. 5 lengths back to Long Shot Supervisor. Funny Cide and Scrimshaw. Funny Cide on the outside. Scrimshaw toward the inside, and a change in tactics here for Funny Cide today. A change of tactics from the Derby and the Preakness. He is going to be the early leader. Funny Cide in front as they round the sweeping clubhouse turn here at Belmont Park. Scrimshaw will sit back in second. And Empire Maker and Jerry Bailey, they broke from the rail, but now they're on the outside. And they are tracking Funny Cide intently as they make their turn into the backstretch now. Then only 3 lengths behind the front runners. On the outside is 10 Most Wanted, followed by Dine Ever to his inside. 6 lengths back to trailing Supervisor. The quarter in 23 and 4. The half in 48 and 3/5 seconds. Honest enough. The leader is Funny Cide, tracked by his arch rival, Empire Maker, on the outside, glued to him as they continue their run down the backstretch. Scrimshaw's not far behind. He's third toward the inside. Dine Ever now gets a little nudge from Edgar Prado. 10 Most Wanted on the outside, sitting chilly. They're halfway through the Belmont. They've run 3 quarters in 1:13 and 2. And it's Funny Cide and Empire Maker 1-2. Scrimshaw, Gary Stevens asking a bit more from him. He's down toward the inside. Dine Ever, 10 Most Wanted, well within striking range as the field moves into the far turn. It's Funny Cide still holding that lead. The imposing presence of Empire Maker right alongside. They've been 1-2 throughout. They enter the final half mile together, and now Bailey makes his move with Empire Maker. He is at the throat latch of Funny Cide. Funny Cide and Empire Maker. There's nothing between them. And at the midway point on the far turn, Empire Maker pokes his head in front. Emboldened by that challenge, Funny Cide fights right back. And 10 Most Wanted right there in behind them with Pat Day as the field turns for home in the Belmont. And it is Empire Maker on the outside. Santos has gone to the whip on Funny Cide. Empire Maker a short lead. Funny Cide is doing his best, but he's dropping back. And here comes Pat Day, and he's coming with 10 Most Wanted. Funny Cide has dropped back to third, down to the final 100 yards of the Belmont. Empire Maker Jerry Bailey asking him for everything he has. 10 Most Wanted right there with him. Here's the wire, and Empire Maker has won the 135th Belmont Stakes. He won it by a neck over 10 Most Wanted. Farther back, Funny Cide checked in third, beaten 5 lengths. Well, Bobby Frankel has finally won his Triple Crown event. He has won it with Empire Maker. And for Funny Cide today,
Triple Crown winners have been the leaders in the Belmont Stakes. But Empire Maker came alongside just as he had done in the Derby, but this time he didn't hang. This time he went by and then had to hold off the challenge of 10 Most Wanted as the Triple Crown is denied one more time. There is Funny Cide and Jose Santos gamely hanging on but finishing third. Let's go to Donna. And fail at the 1.5-mile Belmont, and Jerry Bailey says by this time he knew he had it won, at least as regards Funny Cide, but it was 10 Most Wanted that mounted the challenge in the stretch.
Absolutely, and all along everyone felt that 10 Most Wanted would be a horse with a good long stamina-laden pedigree. But here is Empire Maker finally living up to what everyone had expected of him before. This will be bittersweet for Bobby Frankel because he will wake up tomorrow morning and say, oh, what if? He'll be agonizing over that Kentucky Derby, but it's proof positive of how hard it is to win the Triple Crown. You not only have to have the best horse, you've got to be the luckiest.
And a New Yorker.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the 20th Breeders' Cup Classic. And shuffled back there, Medaglia d'Oro got pitched back at the start. As it appeared, Congaree came in just a bit. Funny Cide and hold that tiger.
And Medaglia d'Oro coming on now, and he's looking for the lead, and Congaree's moving right with him, and they move right by Hold That Tiger. So it's Medaglia d'Oro and Congaree, and they're going at it head-to-head in the opening stages here. Hold That Tiger runs in third, and Perfect Trip is fourth. Funny Cide, very eager, and he tugs his way fifth through an opening quarter of 22 3/5 seconds. Pat Day has 10 Most Wanted in the clear. Oh, Funny Cide went wide. He took Perfect Trip right with him, and 10 Most Wanted really got on track. In the meantime, Valponi benefited from that, and he saved ground all the way. Valponi is now fifth, and Funny Cide continues very eagerly on the outside. Perfect Drift is sixth, and Pat Day has now taken the leggy 10 Most Wanted to the inside. He's seventh. Then Pleasantly Perfect, followed by Dynamber, and the trailer is Evening Attire. The opening half mile was testing 46 1/5 seconds, and Congaree is the leader now with 5 furlongs to go. Medaglia d'Oro right there, sticking with him on the inside. Hold That Tiger now runs in third. Valponi is fourth on the inside, about 5 lengths from the lead. Funny Cide on the outside, and Perfect Drift is launching a bit at the half-mile pole. He has split Funny Cide and Valponi and moves to fourth. Pleasantly Perfect getting in gear. 10 Most Wanted still near the back of the pack. Dynamber now starting to launch his bid, but he's a long way from the runners, and Evening Attire trails the field. Around the far turn, 2.5 furlongs, and Congaree still holds that lead. Medaglia d'Oro on the inside, fights with him. Hold That Tiger just in behind. Pleasantly Perfect rolls up on the outside from fourth. Then it's Dynamber now running in fifth. Perfect Drift sixth toward the inside. Congaree, Medaglia d'Oro in a pitched battle here in the Classic. Heads apart for the lead, and Pleasantly Perfect trying to mow them down with 100 yards to go. Then Dynamber on the outside, and they're coming down to the finish, and it is Pleasantly Perfect. Man, oh man, what a day. Pleasantly Perfect wins by 2. Medaglia d'Oro, Dynamber, and Congaree. What a day for trainer Richard Mandela. And 4/5 seconds, a patient ride there by Alex Solis aboard the 20th Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Pleasantly Perfect.
They're at the post. They're off. Medaglia d'Oro and Pre-Dawn Raid both broke running and go for the front. Seattle Fitz and Funny Cide away third and fourth, then Bowman's Band and The Judge Says Who, followed by Puzzlement, and the early trailer is Country Be Gold. No easy leads for Medaglia d'Oro as Pre-Dawn Raid takes it to him early, and Jerry Bailey going to concede the lead on Medaglia d'Oro through from the inside. Pre-Dawn Raid is a half length in front. Medaglia d'Oro now settles in second, and he had to tap on the brakes there as Pre-Dawn Raid crossed in front of him, and that allows Funny Cide to race right alongside Medaglia d'Oro. Bowman's Band is a tugging fourth. He's less than 3 from the front. Then Seattle Fitz. Then it's a big gap of 8 or 9 lengths back to The Judge Says Who. He's 5 lengths in front of Puzzlement. Puzzlement at this point has to be about 15 or 18 from the front, and Country Be Gold is the trailer. There's a half mile left to run in the 46 Donn Handicap, and long shot Pre-Dawn Raid takes them into the far turn. Medaglia d'Oro has angled to the 2-path. He's in perfect striking position. Pre-Dawn Raid is the leader by a tight length. Bowman's Band splits horses. Funny Cide to the outside, and now Medaglia d'Oro makes his move, and he's about to be confronted by the Derby winner. Funny Cide. Bowman's Band squeezes through at the rail. Pre-Dawn Raid is out of it to the quarter pole in the Dawn. Bowman's Band has been pulled up. Bowman's Band pulled up at the top of the stretch. Medaglia d'Oro and Funny Cide are 1-2. Seattle Fitz is running a monster race. Here he comes. He's up into second. Funny Cide's back to third, but they'll have to gun down Medaglia d'Oro, who comes to the final furlong, and he's straight and strong in the Dawn. Seattle Fitz watches him race away. Ladies and gentlemen, Medaglia d'Oro to crush. Medaglia d'Oro made short work of the Dawn field.
All in line. They're off in the Excelsior. Loving and Funny Cide had the best starts. There goes Host on the outside. Groundstorm is away running in fourth, and Evening Attire will trail the field early as they race for the first turn. Funny Cide and Host are together, and Host will take the lead now. Funny Cide yields the top spot, sits back in second early as Host opens up by 2. Groundstorm is third, a length and a half behind Funny Cide and 3 lengths off the lead. And then it's Loving fourth on the inside. Evening Attire has 4.5 lengths to make up. They ran a quarter in 23 and 4, and they're on to the backstretch. And Mike Leslie and Host have the lead. Santos has Funny Cide just to the outside. 3/4 of a length behind in second. Groundstorm is third. Evening Attire, anxious to run, pulling hard in between horses. And Loving is down on the inside. The field is separated by only 3 lengths after a half mile in 48 seconds flat. There's not much pace on here. The leader is Host, with Funny Cide second on the outside, a half length behind. Evening Attire now has clear running room, just in between Groundstorm and Loving on the inside. Around the far turn, Host is still in front. Funny Cide is right alongside. They ran 3/4 in 1:12 flat. Then it's Groundstorm, a length and a half behind them. Evening Attire and Loving, and Funny Cide has taken the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Jose Santos lets him roll, and he opens up to lead by 2.5. And Evening Attire is coming now. He's second on the outside and closing in. Host is third, and Groundstorm, final furlong, and Funny Cide, and Evening Attire will decide it. It's Funny Cide.
And they're off. Funny Cide and Pico Central break well from their outside post, and Strong Hope is right up there. Pico Central and Strong Hope hook up in the first furlong. Funny Cide is reined in, and Azeri comes through on the inside to be third. Star is fifth, and in between horses, Bowman's Band sixth. Eye of the Tiger slips through between horses to be seventh now. Mobile is eighth, 4 lengths back to Sarland. Up the backstretch, Strong Hope, the opening quarter, 23 and 2/5 seconds. Strong Hope in front, and Pico Central sitting chilly there beneath Alex Solis. And the reigning horse of the year, Azeri, is third. The Derby winner, Funny Cide, is fourth. Star is fifth on the outside. Bowman's Band, then Eye of the Tiger, 7 lengths back to Mobile. And the trailer is Sarland. Around the far turn after a half in 46 seconds flat. Strong Hope still holding that lead. Pico Central glued to him at the midway point on the turn. Here comes Star to join the fray on the outside, and he's now running third. Azeri fourth toward the inside. Funny Cide is only 3 lengths from the lead. Eye of the Tiger swings into action on the outside. Bowman's Band is in behind horses, and Sarland's getting underway. And the field turns for home. Pico Central, Strong Hope, and there's nothing between those two. Star is third. Funny Cide behind horses fourth. Azeri toiling down toward the inside fifth. Bowman's Band is a late threat. They're in the last furlong, and Pico Central takes the lead. Strong Hope gives way. Bowman's Band coming under a rousing ride by Jorge Chavez, but it's going to be Pico Central to win. Pico Central wins the Met Mile by 3/4 of a length. Bowman's Band was finishing second, followed by Strong Hope third. It was close for fourth between Funny Cide and Star. In the gate, and they're off. And Peace Rules has gone immediately to the front. Peace Rules, but Funny Cide holds his spot at the inside in the early going here. Funny Cide runs along in second, and Newfoundland is third by another 3 lengths. Sarava fourth, Long Shot Devil Time fifth. A break of 5 back to Die Never and Colonial Colony, and the early trailer is Bowman's Band as they begin that long run down the Belmont backstretch here. Peace Rules off a quarter in 23 and 4/5 seconds, leading by a measured length. Newfoundland second on the outside, and Jose Santos takes a good hold of Funny Cide. He's third and on the inside. A break of another 6 lengths back to Sarava. Another 2.5 lengths back to Double Time. Bowman's Band now has moved up a couple spots. Die Never still at the back of the pack, along with Colonial Colony. That group's about 12 lengths from the leader. Peace Rules still the leader and grinds out a half mile in 46 and 1/5 seconds. Funny Cide very eager today, and he's right there just on the inside of Peace Rules. A narrow opening for Funny Cide on the rail. And then it's Newfoundland who continues to keep pace on the outside third. A break of 7 lengths now. And Bowman's Band has moved up to be fourth on the inside, followed on the outside by Sarava. Colonial Colony and Dine Ever are now about 10 lengths from the lead. Peace Rules, room at the inside for Funny Cide. 3/4 in 1:09 and 1. A grueling pace here in the Suburban. And here comes Funny Cide, and he's making a run for the lead on the inside of Peace Rules. They turn for home together. Newfoundland is third. Sarava fourth on the outside. Bowman's Band is under the whip in fifth. Colonial Colony in with a chance, and he's coming on the far outside, and Dine Ever. Funny Cide leads with 1 furlong to go. Funny Cide is the leader. Peace Rules grudgingly gives way. Here comes Newfoundland and Colonial Colony on the far outside. A wild finish here. Peace Rules is resurgent to win. Peace Rules wins it by a head over Funny Cide and Newfoundland. An absolute thriller. It was a handicap race, and that's what you want to do. Get them all on the line together, and a thrilling finish here. Peace Rules losing the lead to Funny Cide in the stretch. A dramatic duel down to the line that was won by Peace. They're in the gate. And they're off. Domestic dispute, and there goes Love of Money now, and he's going right after the lead in the first 100 yards. Love of Money over to the rail with the lead. And there goes Funny Cide. Funny Cide, very sharp today, very keen, and he wants to get to that lead. Jose Santos wrangles him back to run in second. And it's 2 lengths back. Newfoundland is third on the outside. Domestic dispute under a good hold, running along in fourth. Evening Attire is fifth, 5 lengths from the lead. Bowman's Band just about to pass him. And the Cliff's Edge is the early trailer here, but it's a very tight pack. And Funny Cide has tugged his way up to lead the way. Funny Cide in front. Love of Money second on the inside now, and countering to come back after that lead. So a chess game down the backstretch here at Belmont, and Love of Money has reclaimed the lead from Funny Cide. Newfoundland right up and on the pace there, and he's on the outside third after a half in 47 and 3/5 seconds. Domestic dispute, fourth toward the inside. And the gray Evening Attire is in between horses, only about 4 lengths from front running Love of Money. Then Bowman's Band to his outside, and stretch running the Cliff's Edge is the trailer as the field enters the far turn. There goes Newfoundland with the 3 wide bid after the lead with a half mile to go. Down on the inside, Love of Money. Funny Cide still on hold, but back to third. In the meantime, here comes the Cliff's Edge. And the Cliff's Edge is a rallying fourth on the far turn. Funny Cide is stopping. It's Newfoundland now going head-to-head with Love of Money. Newfoundland on the outside, Love of Money at the rail. Funny Cide under a drive, but he's now back third toward the inside. And the Cliff's Edge is now fourth. And farther back, Evening Attire, he's still 6 lengths behind. Newfoundland comes off the turn with the lead. Newfoundland in front. But here comes the momentum of the Cliff's Edge on the outside. And Funny Cide, who dropped back to third on the far turn, is coming again down to the final 16th. Newfoundland, Funny Cide fights his way to the lead. The gutsy gelding, indeed. Funny Cide has won with unwavering determination to defeat Newfoundland and the Cliff's Edge. And they're off. And Ghost Zapper comes away alertly on the inside. Free for Internet backs off him, and Azeri takes the D inside. It's a big opening for Azeri on the inside of Ghost Zapper, who's guided well off the rail. Roses and May is forwardly placed. Newfoundland is there on the outside. Bias for the first time now, and it's Roses and May, Ghost Zapper on the outside, Newfoundland, and Azeri has been given the rail right up there with the boys. And then Japan's Personal Rush is fifth, and in between horses. Perfect Drift on the inside is sixth in the early going. Dine Ever 4 wide seventh, and Funny Cide is now back and in between horses running along in eighth. Birdstone down toward the inside, then Pleasantly Perfect followed by Bowman's Band and Fantastic Cat a long way back to a lackadaisical Free for Internet. 23 and 2 was the opening quarter there. It's Ghost Zapper in front. Roses and May prompting the pace on the outside. Azeri up and down the pace. She's running third toward the inside after a half in a legitimate 47 seconds flat. Newfoundland right up on the pace as well. And then it's Personal Rushes in between horses racing fifth. Funny Cide being asked to pick it up early.
He's now 6th on the outside. Asper Run 4 lengths from the front. Birdstone in and among horses. Die Never in the clear on the far outside. Perfect Drift rating comfortably 6 lengths from the front. Defending champion Pleasantly Perfect is 7th and now called on for Run as they round the far turn. Then Bowman's Band Fantastic Hat. Midway round the far turn. Ghost Zapper now tackled in earnest by Roses in May, and they're letting out all stops coming to the top of the stretch. Pleasantly Perfect catapulting past horses on the far outside as the field turns for home. Ghost Zapper has now shrugged off Roses in May. Pleasantly Perfect continues to rally down the center of the track. Azeri doing her best, but she's now 5th. In between horses, Perfect Drift. Ghost Zapper kicking clear, and Ghost Zapper is pulling away impressively. And a pumped-up Javier Castellano. They have soundly defeated Roses in May. Pleasantly Perfect was a well-beaten 3rd. Perfect Drift was 4th. This was a no doubt about it winner. The final time was fantastic. 1 minute 59. But not so for Javier Castellano. Ghost Zapper, Bobby Frankel have won the Breeders' Cup Classic with style.
Awfully Wild in the gate, and they're off. Presidential Affair and Grand Reward. Awfully Wild was away in good order as well, and Euro Silver in between horses, followed by Pollard's Vision. Funny Cide, second to last of the early stages of the Pimlico Special, and Eddington is the trailer. And there goes Presidential Affair with that early lick. Leads it by a half length. Grand Reward is second. Euro Silver right there, the 3rd spot. And Awfully Wild is 4th in mid-pack early on. And down at the rail is Funny Cide, just 4 lengths in that lead as well. In between horses, Pollard's Vision. Now Awfully Wild back second to last position. Awfully Wild's dropped to second to last, 5 lengths from the front, trying to rate along now, and trailing the field is Eddington. Presidential Affair, the opening quarter, 23 1/5 of a second. That's very fast for the sloppy going today here at Pimlico. Presidential Affair and Stuart Elliott in 10 of the solid pace. Funny Cide rolls up early, and here he comes on the inside. Euro Silver is 3rd. Awfully Wild's back into the race, 4th on the far outside, racing about the 3 path. Pollard's Vision is next, followed by Eddington. Grand Reward has dropped out to trail the field, and Presidential Affair still there after a half in 46 2/5 of a second. Funny Cide has that rail run. Awfully Wild in the second group. Euro Silver in between horses, and it's 2 lengths back. On the outside is Eddington, and Pollard's Vision will outkick Grand Reward. As a matter of fact, Grand Reward's being eased up. 3/8 of a mile left to go. Presidential Affair and Funny Cide are 1-2. Pollard's Vision, Eddington on the far outside. Awfully Wild, probably not today. He's dropped out of it. Awfully Wild appears down at the quarter pole, and Euro Silver on the inside. 6 furlongs, 1:11 and 4. Presidential Affair, the leader. Eddington on the outside. Pollard's Vision wide open down to the inside to come on through. Funny Cide is 4th, and down the stretch of the Pimlico Special, here comes Eddington rolling home. Eddington, Presidential Affair on the inside. Pollard's Vision battles along. 16th of a mile left to come. It's Eddington pulling away with authority. Eddington eased up at the end. Convincing winner Eddington is in the Pimlico Special. Pollard's Vision, Presidential Affair, and Funny Cide, and Euro Silver, and Awfully Wild and Grand Reward eased up.
Well, to show you Randy Moss's keen eye for horse racing, he called Eddington into the far turn that it was setting up, fast pace. They all fell apart. It looked like the Presidential Affair might be able to hold him off, but gobbled up by Eddington on the outside. Look how clean he is. Just stayed out of the mess.
He doesn't look that clean from the head on shot, I guarantee you. We talked after the Kentucky Derby about how Giacomo redeemed his sire, Holy Bull, for running a disappointing race in the Derby back in '94. Well, the sire of this horse, Eddington Unbridled, ran in the Pimlico Special back in 1991 and ran a horrible race. He was 6th that day, beaten 10 lengths, and here comes his son Eddington barreling down the lane, despite the racetrack that you think might favor early speed a little bit, although it hasn't really so far today. But Eddington, a most impressive winner. You've got Ghost Zapper, you've got St. Liam, you've got Roses in May at the top of the handicap division, right under them.
The Grade 2 Brooklyn, race number 9 on Belmont Day from Elmont, New York, and you're watching it live only on TVG.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Rogue Agent breaks on top. Limehouse good speed today. Cuba comes away 3rd. Guigestar 4th. Chowders 1st, and Funny Cide will run in the middle of the pack. He's 5th and on the outside now. Royal Assault comes away running in 6th. Spike the Devil and Evening Attire, as usual, will do his best running later on. He's last in the field in the early stages here. Rogue Agent is moving right along. Rogue Agent through a quarter in 23 3/5 seconds. Opens up 2 on Limehouse. Geigestar runs in 3rd. Funny Cide is in between horses in 4th. Chowder's first to his inside, Cuba to his outside. 2 lengths back, Evening Attire's moved up a couple spots. Royal Assault. Rafael Bejarano trying to motivate him, still second last, and Spike the Devil has dropped back to trail the field. Rogue Agent drills a half in 46 1. Rogue Agent going to try to run as far as he can, as fast as he can. He's got a 2-length lead. Limehouse cutting into that lead at the half-mile pole. Then on the outside, Geigestar just hovering outside the leaders. He's 3rd. Cuba's 4th and still running on well. Royal Assault is 5th. Jose Santos getting in the Funny Cide. No response yet. He's still 6 lengths from the lead as the field comes to the top of the stretch. Rogue Agent throws in the towel. It's Limehouse and Geigestar head-to-head as they turn for home. Cuba swings into action on the outside. Funny Cide is now 4th. Down to the final furlong here. Limehouse in front, trying to fend off Geigestar. Cuba on the outside 3rd. Royal Assault, Funny Cide 5th, and not today. Down to the wire. Limehouse, Geigestar, and Cuba. Limehouse won it. Won it by a length and a half over Geigestar, Cuba, and Royal Assault.
Johnny V is on a roll. John Velasquez got a win earlier today in the Grade 2 Just a Game. Now he takes the Brook.
And they're off. And it's Golden Roses who's going immediately to the lead, but Funny Cide as well, and it is Funny Cide who takes the lead as they move into the clubhouse turn. Golden Roses won't let him go, and he'll be right there with him on the outside. And then it's Win with Beck. The early trailer will be Delta C. So Funny Cide steps out here. Funny Cide steps away to lead by 2 lengths, and he's followed by Golden Roses through the opening quarter mile here. An opening quarter mile that goes in a tepid 24 2/5 seconds. Funny Cide takes the field into the backstretch, cruising along. Just a light hold there by Richard Migliore, and Funny Cide's just doing it very willingly and very comfortable while in front. 2.5 lengths ahead of Golden Roses. Norberto Arroyo continues to sit chilly with him. And then it's Win with Beck and another 5 lengths back to Delta C. Funny Cide meanders through an opening half mile in 49 seconds flat, and now he's in front by 4. Golden Roses, though, gets a little nudge there as they hit the half-mile pole. He's still 4 lengths behind in second, followed by Win with Beck. It's now a long way back to Delta C. Around the far turn, Funny Cide leads the field by 2.5 lengths. They're whittling away at that lead with 3 furlongs to go here. Funny Cide has run 3/4 of a mile in 1:13 4. Golden Roses just 1.5 lengths behind in second now. Win with Beck will try to make a run through on the inside of Funny Cide, and Funny Cide comes a bit wide off the turn. An opportunity for Win with Beck, and on the outside it's Golden Roses. Funny Cide really trying to work here to hold that lead, and it is Golden Roses in front. Golden Roses in front. The gutsy gelding Funny Cide continues to fight hard all the way down to the finish. Funny Cide on the inside. Golden Roses on the outside. Funny Cide did it! Losing the lead in mid-stretch beneath the urging of Richard Migliore, the gutsy gelding comes back to win, defeating Golden Roses and Win with Beck. And they're off. Wanderin' Boy gets off to a perfect start and quickly is in front. Reverberate is there. Funny Cide will be forwardly placed today. Forwardly placed just in behind Wanderin' Boy. Out of the chute onto the main track now, and it's a pumped-up Wanderin' Boy with that lead. Javier Castellano trying to settle him down, but Reverberate is right there to keep him company for that run up the backstretch. 3 lengths back to Funny Cide. Cornelio Velasquez trying to get him just a bit closer while running along in third. At the back are Awesome Twist, followed by We Can Seek and Good Reward. Good Reward, who is about 8 lengths from front-running Wanderin' Boy, who gets a reasonable first quarter of 23 2/5 seconds. Wanderin' Boy in control with 5 furlongs to go here. The half in 46 2/5 seconds. Reverberate right up on that pace. It's 3 lengths back. Awesome Twist is moving with 4 furlongs to go, moving into third position just past Funny Cide now. Another 2 lengths back to We Can Seek, and Good Reward is still the trailer, still about 8 or 9 from the front. and it's still Wandering Boy and Reverberate 1-2. Funny Cide is kicking in now. Funny Cide is in a drive, third on the outside, 3 lengths from the front. Awesome Twist, We Can Seek, Good Reward has gotten within 5.5 of the lead. The leader is still Wandering Boy as the field turns for home. Reverberate with a final try at him, but it's Wandering Boy who comes off the turn with the lead. The lead now by 2 lengths. On the extreme outside, We Can Seek, Reverberate in between horses, Awesome Twist, Good Reward is coming up the rail. Wandering Boy still has plenty left as they come down to the wire. Awesome Twist comes with a flying finish, but will not get to the front-running winner of the Brooklyn, Wandering Boy. He won it by 1.25 lengths over Awesome Twist, farther back, Reverberate and Funny Cide.